The third, and they say final Aquaman trailer has just been released. And let's watch it. Let's see what it is. Let's see what they have to offer that they haven't shown us already. I don't think there'll be too many new scenes or anything because they don't want to give everything away, but there'll probably be a little bit of new stuff.
Legend has it that one day, a new king will come who will use the power of the trident to put Atlantis back together again.
It's the exact spot that Volko gave me my first swimming lesson.
I already know how to swim.
Not even close. You have to forget all the teaching of the surface world. Go deeper. Uncover your Atlantean instincts. He spent his entire life training. Training to be the best.
My parents made me what I am. I am the protector of the deep.
In this trident resides the power of Atlantis. In the wrong hands, it would bring destruction. But in the hands of the true heir, it would unite above and below.
The time has come for Atlantis to rise again.
You must stop him.
And how do you propose we do that?
By retrieving this.
I already got one of those.
Not like this one, you don't.
The war is coming to the surface whether you like it or not.
Your mother always knew you were special. She believed you'd be the one to unite our two worlds.
Atlantis has always had a king. Now I need something more.
But what could be greater than a king?
A hero.
Wow, we got a lot of new stuff actually. Before I forget, I think we saw our first glimpse of Ocean Master, like Patrick Wilson in his Ocean Master helmet and outfit, like in the comics. He looked great. I mean, it looks very like faithful to the comics accurate. I don't know if it looks exactly like the comics, but they definitely, you could tell they were trying for that look. They didn't like think, oh, let's go in a different direction to make him look, more realistic or whatever. They really wanted to follow the comics. He looked great. And we saw a lot of new scenes in the beginning, of Aquaman, young Aquaman training with Volko and his parents together when he's a baby that we haven't seen yet. And it made me think of Wonder Woman in the sense that if you remember early in Wonder Woman, they showed Diana as a younger lady, as a girl, being trained by Robin Antiope, to be like a tough fighter and stuff. And like here, Volko is training Aquaman to be, a proper Atlantean, to fight and to how to swim like an Atlantean, swim better than a human. Willem Dafoe's Volko says that line, not even close, earlier in here. It looked great. We saw more battle action underwater with the troops, with the sea monsters and stuff. Like the end when that creature was biting into that like sea train or whatever. I just watched the trailer for the first time, so I have to watch it like 3 more times to be able to remember everything clearly. But we saw a lot more underwater battle between the forces and the armies. We saw Mera use her water powers a bit more combatively than we've seen so far. We saw in the earlier Aquaman trailers when she used her aquakinesis to draw like sweat or just moisture out of Aquaman's forehead to activate that like hologram message from the old Atlantean king. We only saw her use it like that so far, not in a fight. And we saw her, she did it in Justice League too, actually, but we haven't seen her do it in a fight in the Aquaman movie yet. Until there, she had her hands out and, the water was shooting out or whatever, the ripples. That's similar to exactly how she would look doing it in the comics, actually. And crap, what else? There was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, we saw at the end there was Aquaman. I guess he was like leaned over or hunched down or on the ground, and he had his hand out, and you saw like the waves coming. I don't remember if they were coming from his hand, like the ripples, or from his head. I think it's his head. And I think that was them showing visually him using his aqua telepathy. How Aquaman can talk to fish. I think that's what that was showing, demonstrating. And the fact that they used it like that, well, I don't know. I think that's the first time we've seen him use his aqua telepathy in the movies. Like, he didn't even do that in Justice League, did he? And I don't think we've seen him do it in any other trailers for Aquaman. So I guess this is the first time we've seen a glimpse of it. I mean, I could be remembering wrong, but I don't think we've seen him do it in the DC live-action movie universe yet. So I guess that's how they're going to visually show it. And that's actually how a lot of times they show it in the comics. They don't always show it like that, but sometimes they'll have like the circles coming from his head. That's how they show visually that Aquaman's communicating with animals, sea animals. And we saw, I think, more music. The background music, I think that was Rupert Gregson-Williams' music. And it probably was in other trailers too. I mean, the soundtrack has not been released yet, so we don't know what his score is going to sound like. But I'll bet you that will be heard in this final trailer. That sounded like something Gregson-Williams would have composed, because it sounded similar to like some Wonder Woman music in the movie. So this sounded like him to me. I could be wrong. It could be some stock company or some other company they hired to make music just for the trailers. But that sounded to me like something that, from what I know of his work, that sounded like his, style. So yeah, that's great. I mean, we also saw Black Manta, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, out of his, he was like, he had on a shirt and some pants. He didn't have on his helmet. We saw him without his Black Manta outfit. We saw a glimpse of him just as the man. I think in the comics, Black Manta's real name is supposed to be David. I forget what his last name is. But we just saw David. David, maybe pre-Black Manta or when he was like on a bathroom break. I don't know. Can you use a bathroom in that suit? But, we saw Black Manta without his helmet on, I guess we can say. But yeah, great stuff. I mean, there was a glimpse of a lot of epicness and action in this trailer. Not that there wasn't any others, but this one showed the glimpse of more epic action we have not yet seen. It's been teased. So I think there's a lot in Aquaman. They're not showing us everything. They're leaving some things to the imagination, some things to surprise us with in the actual movie, which is great. So, I have to wait until December 21st to see it. But if those of you in other countries, you might get to see it earlier depending on where you live. If you live in the UK, China, India, or like the Soviet Union, Paris, I don't know. You get it a bit earlier. France, I think. But yeah, great stuff. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.